Hi, welcome to SPR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. This is our daily pitching preview show. Right now we are talking with Troy West from allplayswin.com. We're taking a look at the card for Friday, July 3rd. Troy West, how's everything going at allplayswin.com?
Great, Pete. No, we've been outstanding this year. We obviously know the track record in the NBA. Baseball, as I said from the get-go, very, very selective. Some games, no plays at all. Some days, one game. But you really got to pick your spots. You know, no team this year, Pete, has really stood out and shown that they're the cream of the crop. It's going to be a very interesting second half to this season after the All-Star break to see which teams really push their way into the playoffs. But we've been outstanding at allplayswin.com in terms of profitability. Come take a look, and let's hope we can keep with some solid analysis here throughout the course of the year.
Well, the top team in baseball has been the St. Louis Cardinals in terms of ROI. They're over 20% as of right now, so they've been a great team to bet on day in and day out. For Friday, July 3rd, the return of Jake Peavy, right? Now, what do we think about this one? He's going to be on the road at Washington. That could be a tough assignment. We know Washington has a lineup that can be productive. Jake Peavy returning earlier this year, he was getting hit. I don't know, man. Feels like a dangerous spot for Peavy. Do we think he gets hit in his first start back?
You know, it's interesting. You see so many different things happen with guys making their first start back. Jose Fernandez obviously pitched today, was somewhat decent. He gave him 6 innings and worked 3 runs, but that's Jose Fernandez. This is Jake Peavy we're talking about here. He's kind of the mystery guy. He's been inconsistent all throughout his career. What's he going to bring to the table? Like you said, I don't like the fact that his first start is on the road against a quality opponent. For me, it would probably be a pass. I know he's going against Gio Gonzalez, who's also been very inconsistent. May take a little bit of a lean with the over, but probably a pass. Let's see what Peavy does in his first couple of starts.
All right, my sense is that at least in this spot he gets hit, but we will see. And now I have one hard one and one easy one for you, Troy West. You can take both of them?
I'll take both of them without a doubt.
All right, the hard one. An inconsistent guy. Talk about inconsistent and unpredictable. Masahiro Tanaka, right? 2 bad starts in a row now. He came back from the DL, had 3 awesome starts, 3 great starts in his return. Last 2 starts have been terrible. 6 home runs in his last 2 starts. Here he's going to be at home against Tampa Bay. We know the Tampa Bay's lineup is, lukewarm at best. What do we expect from Masahiro Tanaka here?
Boy, Tampa Bay's just been absolutely god-awful, Pete. You look at what they did in that Cleveland series, being no-hit by 3 different starters through 7 innings, almost giving up another no-hitter last night, 8 2/3. Unbelievable how bad their lineup has been. Obviously, Tanaka, very, very, very inconsistent. The guy's got the ability to go 8 innings of 2-hit ball, no run, and he's getting that opportunity at home against a very, very bad lineup. On the other end, you got Chris Archer.
Right.
I mean, what can you say about him? The Cy Young candidate without a doubt. Over-under right now sitting at 7 from what I've seen. Boy, that's tough because you don't know what you're going to get from Tanaka. But for me, an overall probably a pass just because the way Tampa Bay's hitting, the way Tanaka's pitching, it's kind of like the worst of both evils right now, Pete. But an interesting matchup to say the least.
So for you, Tanaka in this start is wait and see. You're not going to make any kind of prediction of what to expect from him.
No prediction on this one.
Okay, well, thanks for tackling that hard one. Now I'm going to give you an easy one, Troy West, serving up a softball for you. John Danks, right? The guy's got nothing, basically. He's going to get crushed, right? He's at home against Baltimore. Once in a while, he's kind of okay, but most of the time, he gets crushed. He gets crushed here, right?
I would think so. Baltimore, obviously, they're one of those teams that seems like they put up 8 runs in one game and then 2 runs in the next game, but we do know how much firepower they have in that lineup. I think it's a tough spot for the White Sox, and Danks, once again, I think Baltimore gets it done, like you said.
Okay, and then kind of a tricky one, Tommy Milone. He started the year very poorly, getting hit in the majors. Then they sent him down to the minors, and he was lights out. Then they brought him up, and he's had an excellent June. He's absolutely finally figured out how to get it done in the majors as well as the minors this year, and now he's going to be on the road against Kansas City. Do we think that he continues his performance in June in this start?
This is an interesting one. Kansas City, obviously, we know all the talks with they've had an outstanding season so far. They're going to be the all-star team by themselves, right? But, Kansas City really struggled against Houston. They've lost 3 straight now. Coming home, they'll see what they do against Trevor May tonight. But this is an interesting series. The Twins are right on Kansas City's ass. This is going to be a great, great finish towards the end of the season to see which 2 teams rise to the top. We know Kansas City, a World Series team last year. I would probably stick away from this game just because it is in Kansas City. Kansas City can break out. They've got numerous guys that can hit the crap out of the baseball. So for me, it'd be a pass, but like you said, Tom Milone is pitching well right now.
Well, Troy West from allplayswin.com, we know you're very selective from the card for Friday, July 3rd. What have you selected that you would like to point out to us as possibly relevant for betting value?
Yeah, one game, an over-under of 6 right now, people. You got Clayton Kershaw going against Noah Syndergaard. This is going to be a great matchup. We know the New York Mets, potentially one of the worst hitting teams in baseball as of late. Kershaw at home. Boy, you got to think shutout baseball from Clayton Kershaw. You really think. So if you get anything out of Syndergaard, boy, even at 6, you go under. Not sure what I'll be doing with that play quite yet, but I would definitely lean on the under even at 6. I think you're going to see a 3-0, 4-1, maybe even a 3-2 type of baseball game. But would be really surprised to see it go over 6 with those pitchers on the mound and a really, really bad Mets lineup.
That's tricky. I don't know, though. With Kershaw, it just always seems that whenever he's got a lineup where it seems he's absolutely going to dominate, he winds up giving up, 2 or 3 runs. And Syndergaard, he's been inconsistent. He has a lot of those starts where he's like dominant half the at-bats. He gets goes 6 innings, strikes out 11 or 12, but gives up 4 runs. So I don't know. And the Dodgers have been trending over at home. That'll be a tough one. It'll be interesting to see how it shakes out. Troy West from allplayswin.com. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks, guys.